Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a real quick video for you today. I just want to introduce you to a new product from Vedder Holsters. I've done numerous reviews for them over the last 7-8 years on their holsters, belts. They always put out really good products, and this one here is pretty interesting. So what I have here today is the Vedder HolsterPad, and it pretty much is exactly what it says. It's a pad that goes on your holster. But what's kind of interesting is that this can go on any brand's holster. It does not have to be Vedder. And it is designed to make inside the waistband carry way more comfortable. I carry Kydex holsters in the appendix position, and when I'm standing or walking, you really hardly even notice anything's there. But when you sit, you definitely feel that Kydex kind of digging into your area. So I'm going to give you some of the details on this holster pad and show you how to install it in this video. So we got the pad itself, we have an alcohol prep pad, and then a thank you card. Okay, so here is the holster pad. They have their name and logo kind of right in there. This thing is so lightweight, it's incredible. Let's see what the whole thing weighs. 1/2 ounce. Which is 16 grams. So basically what this thing does is it adds a layer of cushion between your holster and your body. And you can see that they do make this in right-handed and left-handed, and you can see it kind of takes the shape of a holster. And what we're going to do when I cut it here in a bit is I'm going to leave it a little bit higher than what the tip up here is, and then it's going to come down to the bottom of the holster, and I'll show you guys how to mount all that later. But all of these little segments here are for different lengths of holsters. So I'm going to be using this on a P365 holster, which is a very compact one. So I'm probably going to cut it right here at this. If you had a Glock 19 or 17 or something, you might need it here. Another option with it is even with a compact holster, you technically don't have to cut it. You could just wrap this under like this and then tuck in your holster like you normally would, and this would provide even more comfort at the bottom, like where your muzzle is. Some quick info on it is it is built with some kind of closed cell foam that repels water, sweat, and humidity. It's supposed to keep you, dry and comfortable. It's also made to last for several years. It's supposed to be chemical, UV, bacteria, and fire resistant. And finally, it has some type of like a stretch interlock jersey fabric around the entire thing. It's supposed to, again, add more comfort, against your skin. So on the back of the holster pad, you can see there's this hook and loop Velcro. Basically, all we're going to do is clean down the back side of the holster where we want this piece of the Velcro to go. All right, so you can kind of test and kind of see where you want it to go. And even if your holster has like ridges and stuff for like the controls, this stuff will still just basically bend and conform over top of that. No problem at all. All right, let's get this thing installed. So we're just gonna take this and then just clean that area. It doesn't have to be like super long or anything, maybe 10 seconds or something. Give that just a few seconds to dry. All right, next up, we'll take the one side of the Velcro and just kind of place it somewhere in the middle. Again, I don't think this has to be exactly perfect. And then I'm just going to press this around real solid. Make sure that all that adhesive on the back there is pushed up against that holster, and probably keep some pressure on this. I don't know, maybe 30 seconds to a minute or so. All right, so that is what this is looking like. As you can see, it sticks down really well. So now what you'd have to do is decide the length of your holster. Now I know that I'm going to cut mine right here because again, this is a very compact holster. But to start, I'm actually going to go maybe like to here, just to kind of see what this looks like when I cut it. Make sure it's not like open or anything like that, because there weren't any instructions on how to cut it. I think I'm just gonna take some scissors and just kind of cut along this area here. All right, let's see what this looks like. And you're cutting through that thick Velcro back there too, so there's a little bit of resistance as you cut. All right, so that is what the bottom side looks like. It is still completely, basically like sealed or closed. I wasn't sure if any of the foam would be exposed when you cut through it like that, but it is not. So again, I know this is the size I want right there. All right, so I cut off those other two pieces and we should be good to go here. And so now it's literally just taking the holster pad, maybe starting up here just a little bit higher than your sweat shield up here, and then just kind of lining up the Velcro, pressing it on, and there we have it. And so this is what it looks like installed. And as you can see, basically none of the holster itself is going to be against your body now. Like up here where the sweat shield is, this is what's going to be touching you now, is this foam instead of that. And that's going to be way more comfortable. Down here, this is where I feel it when I'm sitting. This kind of tends to dig in. So what's going to happen now is that this is going to come here and push against me instead of this. Show you with the gun in the holster so you kind of get an idea of that. I mean, it doesn't interfere with anything, obviously. So a couple things I need to check is to make sure that adding this thickness here doesn't cause us to print any more than what we were before. And then also, you know, maybe do some sitting and see if this thing actually does make things more comfortable or not. So at this point, I have very limited time with this holster pad. I will say that it did not create or cause any more printing than what's normal. I will also say that it made sitting with the gun extremely comfortable. I mean, it's night and day difference of how much better this felt. I guess one quick con to mention is that since there isn't any type of Velcro up here on this upper half of this, this does move just a little bit kind of when you're walking, and if you listen real closely, you can hear a little bit of the Velcro kind of scratching against the other piece. Again, that's very minor, and what I'll probably end up doing is putting just another piece of Velcro here, and then pushing that up against that like that right there, so then the top half will not move either. And speaking of that, if you're someone who likes to rotate through different carry guns, you could easily just take some additional Velcro, take the soft side, and put on as many different holsters as what you want. And then just take that same holster pad and just put it on that one. Like, it does not have to be on one holster. If you carry different lengths or different sizes of guns, I would just leave this longer because it'll still work on the short guns. You'll just have that extra loop to kind of fold under. But yeah, you can use this on multiple holsters. So I do think it is a really nice product. I think it does solve the issue of comfort or lack thereof. Only time will tell like how long this foam holds up against your body. Plus the Velcro is going to eventually wear out, especially if you are switching to different holsters, but that could take years. But yeah, probably my only complaint with it is I do wish that I had just an extra piece of Velcro up here so that I could make that go like that there. So if you guys are interested in finding out more information on this holster pad or to pick one up, they are available on Vedder's website. They're $25. That website is Vedder Holsters.com. YouTube sometimes has issues with certain types of sites being linked in the description, so I'll probably just write down there Vedder Holsters. But alright guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.